Welcome to a Minecraft guide, and today we're going to talk about setting your spawn point for your custom map. And we think this is important because a lot of times we'll download a map and the second player spawns totally in the wrong spot.
Yeah, like in the void.
Or like on the outside of the map looking at command blocks and redstone. So if you want to spawn inside of a building for everybody that joins your map, it's sometimes a little bit more difficult than just setting the world spawn. I wouldn't say sometimes. It is more difficult than setting the world spawn.
It is.
So there's two ways, right? You can do a set of world spawn, and if you have no ceiling and your world spawn area is you build like a block around it, it's 20 by 20. Then of course you'll spawn because there's no ceiling, so it's going to spawn right on the block that you set inside of that. However, if you want to spawn inside of something like this house, guess what? You don't spawn inside this house. And you may not even spawn on top of the house. You might spawn on top of one of these trees around the house, which is just really frustrating.
Yeah.
So what we like to do is somewhere on the outside of town or outside of whatever your general map area is. It can be pretty far away. It doesn't even matter where it is. You want to set the world spawn here and then build a command block loop, I guess you could say, that just continuously spawns any player that's within a specific distance of the command blocks. And so, as we had just said, the world spawn is somewhere around 20 blocks, 20 by 20. So, if in the command block you set a @A with brackets R equals 20, that's a radius of 20. So, it's going to TP any player that's within 20 blocks around the command block to a specific coordinate. So, that coordinate that we had listed there was actually inside the house.
Yeah, it's times
way
4.
Over there.
Times 4, so.
And so what we did is this loop thing here uses repeaters, and it does a redstone repeater of a delay of 4, because if you do a delay of 1, it gets going too fast, and I think it ends up just lighting up.
Yeah.
Solid light, and then the command blocks don't trigger. So if you do a delay of 4, it goes click, 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 and every time it clicks, it runs these command blocks. These command blocks all say the exact same thing.
Yeah, so if you like spawn here, you're not going to be here for...
No, very long at all.
Not very long.
Yep. So what we'll do is we'll set our spawn point right to the center of this, which you can see is the block of 807, 4, and 441.
Yeah, it's
and
really
we built this cool little thing around it too, so if you happen to spawn here, you don't see the command block.
Yeah.
And what's important though is remembering the center of that command block.
Yeah, because when you start it's hard to stop.
Yeah, it's actually really hard to stop. You have to teleport to the center of it.
And break the redstone.
And then break the redstone before you get teleported back. So what we did is we just put a little button here. It's got the redstones connected. As soon as we click that button,
it's going to teleport us.
It's going to put us in the right spot. So any new player that joins your map, you set the world spawn to right here.
They'll spawn
and they land there, and as soon as we start this, boom.
Bam.
Now look, they're in the house. So if anybody new joins this map, they're going to spawn way over there because that's your world spawn. Has no ceiling, which means they always spawn in the general area the command blocks are. And poof, they pop right here inside of the building. Everybody spawns to basically the same spot.
And then we're all happy because we don't have to because we don't have to turn sheets on to teleport.
Or break through the buildings and stuff like that. So that's really it. That's how we do our spawns inside of buildings. It seems to work.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not it. I wanted to show you something in NBTExplorer because there are a couple settings in NBTExplorer that you need to modify in your map to make sure that every player spawns at that correct world spawn spot. So let me get NBTExplorer here. So in one of our other videos, we talked about NBTExplorer and how you can modify various attributes of a map. So what we want to do is we want to open our map, which we're doing is correct spawn. We're going to expand that, and then we're going to go to level dat, and then we're going to go to data. And inside data, we have a couple areas we want to look at. One, we want to set this spawn X here to the spawn that we had talked about before, which I believe was 804.
It's
807.
807.5, 4.0, 441.5.
441.
And yeah, that's the last number.
So those are spawns. I believe that's the world spawn settings. But what you also need to modify is the player. So the player data here, you will probably have a spawn X for them as well. So go ahead and put that same data in there. 807 and 441. And then also, you'll also find another under player. You'll have a position list, and you can do the same thing for that. You can do 807. And then we put a 441. So now we have 3 different spots that set X, Y, and Z of the position of players, brand new players. So the player position spawn point here, and then the world spawn point down here. And so when you're done with that, you go ahead and click save, and boom, your map now has a world spawn.
Yep.
That sets to the correct location every time.
And then you'll be a happy person.
Well, so will the map players because they'll always spawn in the right spot.
Yay.
So, okay, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial.